Good day everyone, it's Bordeaux Rose here with my Get Unready with me, how I get rid of all of my makeup for the day, my acne prone, sensitive, maturing skin routine, okay? I'm just gonna hop right into this. No need for a blah blah blah, so let's just get right to it. So the first thing that I do when I get ready to do my makeup removal is I get a few things ready, okay? So my skin is very acne prone, you know, very sensitive. So what I try not to do is use makeup wipes. I used to use makeup wipes until recently. I realized that the more gentle I am to my skin, the easier it is for my breakouts to heal, and I see my skin clearer longer. So the first thing that I do is I get rid of my jewelry. So I already took off my wedding ring, my bracelets and everything. I go in and I take off all of my jewelry because I don't want any distractions, okay? Once the jewelry is done, the next thing I do is I put my hair up, okay? Depending on what kind of hairstyle I'm wearing, I put it up. Sometimes I just throw on a shower cap. But because I'm wearing braids today, I definitely do not want my hair in my routine. Where's my ponytail holder? I put my hair up. And what I do is, I have so many braids, so I just put it in one of these little half kind of ponies and just wrap the hair around and tuck it in. Okay, okay. The next thing that I do is I put my robe on. Let's get undressed. Okay, now that we're completely undressed, the hair is running all over the place. I just have on like a little satin Victoria's Secret robe, just something quick and easy because I like to get right in the shower after I finish doing my next step, okay? All right, so now I go in with a oil cleanser. Oh, I forgot to wash my hands, hold on. So the one very important step that you want to do is wash your hands. So my hands are all clean now. Okay, see a little water there. The next thing I do is I go in with my oil cleanser. I've talked to you guys about this before. This is the Palmer's, excuse me, cocoa butter formula skin therapy cleansing oil for the face. Okay, it deep cleans, brightens, removes makeups and impurities. Rose hip fragrance. That bothers me a little bit. So I have on order right now the Neutrogena one because it's supposed to be fragrance free, but. So I just put in about 2 or 3 pumps, distribute it evenly on my hands, and then I just begin to rub. Now I don't have any lashes on today, so I don't have to worry about taking off lashes. But what I normally do for my lashes is I will take a Q-tip with a little bit of oil cleanser and just go around the band, only because I wear my lashes and then I go and proceed to cleansing my lashes, you know, after my shower or whatever. But I do that because I use my lashes again. So I do this and I just gently massage the oil cleanser and I go down my neck because I definitely have foundation there. Yeah. You gotta, what I do for the lashes is I just gently rub them between my fingers with the oil cleanser on just to loosen up that mascara. Because remember, we're not using any wipes at all. Okay. All right, oil cleansing done. Now the next thing I do, see, look at all that. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Next thing I do is I rinse my face. But we're gonna do that in the shower. Stay tuned. Now one thing I want to show you before I actually go in and cleanse my face in the shower here is this. I use a Clarisonic on my second wash. However, the way I store my Clarisonic is I do not store the head in the bathroom. I store the head in my bedroom where it's dry, okay? Because you do not want to keep this thing wet in the shower all the time, harboring bacteria that will then get on your face or anything like that, okay? Okay, now that all that drama was done, the next thing I do, once I get out of the shower, I do that one, I did my oil cleanse, I use my Clarisonic to use my acne wash to really cleanse my skin, okay? That's a double cleanse. And what I do when I get out of the shower is I don't dry my skin off. I don't use a towel to my face at all. My skin is very acne prone, as you can see by my post marks. It's horrible. So now I don't have any I have like one little thing here. This is the old spot. I went to my esthetician and she took care of that. But I just have a lot of hyperpigmentation. So don't let it fool you. My skin is clear, okay? But anyway, so I take my brush, I dab it off in my towel because I want to dry it off. I don't want it to be too wet. And then I put the cap back on it and I go back inside, but I do not dry my face with a towel. What I do is I get out the shower, I brush my teeth, and then I use this Palmer's cocoa butter stick to lubricate my lips. And I like to not put any, like, dry my skin off at all because I like to let the moisture sit in. But anyway, next we're gonna exfoliate. All right, so the final process is, well, not really final, we're gonna go through the finals. So I have a little skincare refrigerator in my bedroom that I use when I get out of the shower. And the first thing I do is I pull out my exfoliator out of there. I give it a good shake. And then right before my skin dries up, I normally do this much faster because I don't want my skin to completely dry up. I apply my exfoliator, and this exfoliator is by Paula's Choice. It is so good. It is so good. It is so good. It's so good. I've been using it for a long time now. I got away from it for a while and then my skin just started getting really bad. Taking a long time to cure my breakouts, and then I started back. Okay, so now that I've exfoliated, but just to add, this Paula's Choice exfoliant is something I've been using for a long time. I actually tried to get away from it, like I said before, but my camera died and I wanted to make sure I mentioned this. I tried to get away from it before, but let me tell you, every time I did, my skin would break out like crazy, and then I just always end up going back to it. So I go back to it. Like I said, right now I really just have hyperpigmentation. This is the only acne that was active that is now healing up, and I have a little bump right here. But other than that, my skin is completely clear. I have no active acne on my skin, okay? So the next thing after I exfoliate, I go in with a very gentle moisturizer, which is this one. It's a Equate moisturizer. It is the generic for Neutrogena's oil-free moisture sensitive skin. Now mind you, I am almost out of this stuff. I also keep it in the fridge because I like it to just, you know, depuff my skin, make me feel refreshed after a long day. You know, that's why I keep some of my skincare anyway, because some of it you're not supposed to keep in the refrigerator, and I think it's like the SPF and stuff that you're not supposed to. But I gently just put this on, and I try to do everything right before my skin completely dries. So I normally move a little faster than this, but I put this on, I'll kind of like squeeze it in, kind of like pat it in just to get all the moisturization, I go down my décolletage just to make sure that looks young and refreshed, because I am not a spring chicken anymore. So I kind of let that penetrate for a few minutes, and then I move on to my next. So once I let my skin penetrate the moisturizer for a little while, not much, maybe like a good 30 seconds, you know, just to let it settle in a little bit. After that, I go in with this blemish cream that I've been using, that's been keeping I think has been getting my skin clear, more clear than what it used to be. Cause girl, okay, all my marks look like this one for a long time. And then I started using this, and I started seeing like my skin getting clear, a little bit more clear. It's this one right here. It is the CosRx Blemish Cream, Sentinel Cream here. Really good cream. Like, my skin is not completely clear, and I know you see that, but for the brightness that I've been getting in my skin, I promise you this does it. It just says apply evenly on the affected areas. It's enriched with Centilla Asiatica, excuse me, extract. That it's a calming cream that helps soothe the sensitive and irritated areas. It also helps with your acne, just kind of preventing it. And also, if you do have an acne mark, it heals quicker than normal. So I just put, you can use this as a spot treatment if you want, but I just put it all over my skin because I feel like I need it all over my skin. And it does have zinc oxide in it, so I get a little white cast when I use it, but I use it at night, and sometimes just a tad bit if my skin is really reactive. I use it under my makeup just a little bit sometimes, like a really thin layer. And when I do wear it under my makeup, it's a time when I'm only using my makeup for a short period of time. I don't use it for like all day, because I think my skin would be so greasy if I did that. But yeah, so I just put it on, and I do the same thing. I rub it in, I pat it in, and the soothingness of it being in the fridge is just like, oh gosh, it's the best ever. I avoid my eyes, obviously. The only thing that I put like really close to my eyes is my moisturizer, because I know it's not going to irritate my skin, okay, or my eyes, because sometimes I get allergic reactions. My eyes swell up with some of this skincare, so I'm very careful to not have it on my eyes at all. But yeah, so after that, if I have any bumps, lumps, anything, I go in with old school on the spot acne treatment from Neutrogena. This is a benzoyl peroxide 2.5%. And honey, I just take a little bit on my finger like that, just like that, and I just dot it. Like I have this one right here. This one is already healing, so I don't really need to. It's just like residual, but I'll just dot one right here just for shits and giggles. But yeah, I just put one right there, and you know, I take the residual and just put it in the areas that I normally get a little bit of acne sometimes, just to you know, but that's it. I don't put it all over my face, only on reactive spots, and I wipe the rest off just somewhere where I know that maybe one day I'll get an acne mark. But anyway, so that is it. That is it. I just thought I would share with you what I do for my aging, acne sensitive skin, okay? And this little refrigerator, we're going to review that soon. I'll let you know all about it, how it's been working out. I'm still waiting for a while because I want to see if it's gonna die or something. So which I don't want it to. I'm not saying I'm trying to be negative, but I just want to make sure that it's gonna work out, it's gonna last for a while before I go ahead and do a review on it, or whatever the case may be. I want to be thorough with my review. But anyway, you guys, I'm getting ready to go to bed, put the rest of my clothes on. Thank you so much for watching. Positive vibes, you know what I mean. Like and subscribe.